Today I'm going to show you how to sharpen and change your mower blades on the Wright Stander I-36. Most importantly, you need your mower. As you're going to need an angle grinder. This is for sharpening the blades. A little scraper, this is just for cleaning the underside of the deck. You have an impact driver, that's very useful, and then some vice grips here, very important. First thing you're going to want to do is, if you have a jack, which would be preferred, go ahead and jack up your mower. If not, you can use your trailer, which is what I do, basically by pulling up one side of the wheels, which I'll show you how to do now. Now you're in a good spot to where you can access the underside of your mower and get the blades loosened up. We'll do one at a time. With this model, you only have to take out one bolt from the bottom. It's just a short bolt, but I think some of the older models, you're gonna have a bolt that goes all the way through on top, so you'll need to have some type of wrench to hold that in place while you loosen up the bottom. But for this mower, it just has one small bolt on the bottom, so we're gonna go ahead and get those loose, and let's get started. So you wanna put your vice grips, when you're loosening it, you wanna put it on the edge here. There we go. So when you're unloosening it, it's going to hit this way, and this will just keep it so it doesn't rotate. And then next up, you're going to get the impact wrench and just unscrew this guy here. So we'll do that real quick. And quick note, you'll notice that the blades, you're going to want to keep this in mind when you put them back. See how they're offset? That's how you want them to be when you put them back on, except these for some reason are a little out of place, so we're gonna fix that. Alright, go ahead and loosen up your bolt. Comes out just like that. Now just take your scraper and go get in here and scrape off any of this stuff that is built up on your deck. It's important to do this because your quality of cut will go down if you let everything build up, because it won't create as good of a vacuum suction on the grass, so it'll start missing blades of grass, and you obviously don't want that, especially areas like this over here that get really built up. So I've got the deck all nice and cleaned out. Go ahead and grab the blades that you're putting on. These are new blades. We're going to sharpen these blades after, though. You don't want to throw these out because you can reuse them and sharpen them. But these are brand new. These are the Oregon Gator blades. I think they're the G5s. But I really like these. Go ahead and put the bolt, the washer, and the spacer on. And you can put the blade back on then. So get under here. Just get the bolt in. You notice this time I have the blade on this side of the vice grip, so when we tighten it, it'll the vice grips will keep it in place. So go ahead and grab your impact wrench and tighten her up. Don't forget to take your vice grips out. There we go. And now you can take your mower down and put the other side up. There. Alright, so we're on the other side here. Alright, go ahead and get your vice grips. You're going to want to put it on the back side over here. That way when you unloosen it, it hits it. Go ahead and get your impact wrench. Lefty loosey. There. Go ahead and get your scraper. Start scraping away. Now, again, get your new blade fixed with the washer and bolt in this fashion. You're gonna go ahead and put it on. Now, like I said, you want them offset. Alright, now I've got this tightened up a little bit. You can take your impact wrench and make sure it's on there nice and tight. When you put it on, make sure it's offset with the other one. You don't want them going completely in the same direction. You can see this one's kind of going off in this direction, and that one is kind of angled more this way. Go ahead and take your wrench, righty tighty. Now for sharpening the blades, instead of your typical angle grinder disc, you're going to want to get a flap disc. I think this is a 40 grit or 60. Let's see, it's 80. It's an 80. I think you could use 62, but I like using 80 just because it's a little softer. My only tips I have really is just to follow the factory angle. Don't try and make it any weird angle. What I'll do is I'll just follow this, and then I'll kind of do just one swipe along the back. You don't want to make it too sharp, because if it's too thin, it'll get dull really quickly. So just try and follow the factory edge, and then at the end, to balance it, all I do, some people have these weird rigs they use, I just use my finger, and if it, you know, goes one way, I know to take a little off the other side. That's all I do, and it works well. So to do this, if you're working on a bench, you can fasten it with vice grips. I just step on one side with my foot, just like this, and then I'll just grind it down. I'll do this side first. So it's sharp, but it's not razor sharp. Like I said, you don't want it too thin. And you can see, it's easy to tell where you've kind of grinded at, because it gets lighter. As you can see, compared to this side, it's a lot lighter, especially if it's used more than this one. But that's pretty good for the one side. Now we'll do the other side, and then we'll balance them and adjust if needed. Just hold it up. So it seems like this side is a little heavier. I'm just gonna do one more pass over here. That was kind of two, but that feels fine. Good enough for me. Okay, if you want to get fancy with your little balance machine, more power to you. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'll get the other one sharpened, but you got the idea. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and check out our other mowing stuff. We do other outdoor things and just kind of random videos here and there. So thanks for watching. We'll see you later.